Inside Training Camp Live. Niners quarterback Trey Lance saying yesterday that things are starting to slow down for him. Maybe it's a training camp trope. Maybe it's real. I think the Niners fans would love that. But you know who loved something today? It was Kyle Shanahan honoring Bryant Young going into the Hall of Fame. Let's hear that.
I mean, I love BY. I was a ball boy when he got drafted. You talk about a rookie who comes in who doesn't act like a rookie. That guy was a man from day one. And for me to even know that as a seventh grader, I mean, it shows how unusual it was and how much he stuck out. And I think that was their Super Bowl year. And then just how long of a career he had. I got to see him in Atlanta. He'd come out and he was tight with Q, so he got to work with us a little bit. And he was a guy I tried to bring here a few years ago. Just the situation wasn't right at the time. But BY is so deserving as a player and one of the most impressive people, too.
That 94 team was famously competitive in training camp. How much of that do you remember being a ball boy?
I remember a lot of it. Yep. That's most of the stuff I remember is football stuff. But that was such a fun year. I mean, they brought in William Floyd, bar none, competing with Rathman. They had all the receivers. Then Dion wasn't there in camp, but I think he came week 3. You had Kid Norton Jr., who just got there for the first year, which changed everything. You had older veterans like Gary Plummer coming in, who were awesome. Richard Dent gave one of the rookie receivers his golf club for some fishing derby putting thing, and he's dropped the golf club and it went in a lake. And he offered someone $200 that they'd go find it the next day. So the next day I went over there with goggles and shoes and went swimming in a nasty lake and got that golf club and got $200. It was awesome. But that was so cool. I mean, Ricky Jackson, everybody, Eric Davis. I mean, that was as cool of a thing to be around as I can remember.
Are there guys on your roster like that now that came in as rookies and didn't feel like rookies?
Bosa. Yeah. Bosa's been a professional since 3 years old.
Kyle Shanahan there in Santa Clara. In Glendale, Arizona, J.J. Watt killing some time, waiting for practice to get underway. And
that's talent, Colleen.
I mean, I don't know what kind of gum that is. Bubblicious, maybe?
I don't know.
I don't know either. But doesn't matter.
So
well, he killed some time. James Conner sat down with Taylor Rashadi and Brian Baldinger.
We are joined now by James Conner. James, 18 touchdowns last season. You got rewarded with a big 3-year contract in the offseason. With a year in this offense under your belt, how much more comfortable are you in this system?
I feel very comfortable in the system. Like you said, with a year underneath my belt, being able to just be around the guys again, like you were just saying, it's about the people, your teammates. And so to know that I'm connected with them for 3 more years, I feel like the bond just got stronger. And then with that, you can just play comfortable. I still study, still the same work ethic, and allows you to just perform. So I'm just feeling comfortable, feeling good about this year.
I was just talking to your quarterback down on the field. We were talking about the air raid and what Cliff likes to do and spread you out, but he spreads you out to run the ball. I mean, you still have to be able to run it, James.
Yeah. And
you'll be the running back #1 this year. When you first came to Arizona, were you skeptical that the running backs were going to be heavily involved, or what'd you think?
Yeah, it was a totally different offense for me. So, man, I had to bring my faith out, man, just trust that I was in the right position, the right place, the right fit. But I just want to make the most of my touches, and just knowing I knew that we was going to get some runs, and then just with the threats that we have on the outside and the pieces that we continue to add, weapons, it just makes the run game easier, so I'm embracing it.
Speaking of weapons that you guys just added, Hollywood Brown, how is he going to open up this offense for you?
Safeties are going to have to get back, and he's just a threat, great football player, can go deep, can also catch short and run long, so we're looking forward to seeing him perform.
How does this offense sustain, James? We saw you just run right through the Rams midseason last year, get off to this hot start, maybe not such a good finish, but you got to the playoffs. So how do you build on the playoffs and finish stronger? I think that's what people maybe question, that can you sustain this over 17, 18 weeks?
Man, this consistency, that's what it comes down to, and everything that we can do to put ourselves in a position to perform the best. It's about these games, and it's about W's, so we just have to continue to stay strong throughout the season, trusting one another, and continue to work hard and prepare, so our bodies can hold up and be able to push, all the way to the ball.
No DeAndre Hopkins the first 6 weeks. Are you guys adjusting and preparing a different way this year?
It's the next man up mentality. Hop is huge, obviously, huge loss for us for those first couple games. But the show goes on. The next man has to step up, and we got to trust him, and he got to prepare.
James, you are such an inspiration for so many people coming over, Hodgkins and all that 7-8 years ago, you know, being told that you didn't have long. And here you are, 7 years into this business. Do you ever remind yourself of those days and what you had to do to overcome and some of the things that some of the doctors in the medical field said to you?
Absolutely. I shared a story with the team a couple of days ago about, you know, just what I went through and, you know, heartbreaks and whatnot. And, you know, I had to share with the team, you know, I remember I was getting treatment. My mother told me it was going to be a distant memory. And so I kind of shared that to the team.
Mothers know best.
They know best, yeah. After treatment one, she said it'll be a distant memory soon. And it just hit like, you know, this is a distant memory too. Training camps and being here with our coach and teammates, you know, a couple years, this whole room will be new. So I want to do something, you know, that'll last forever here because it'll be distant memory.
Kyler has missed out, obviously, on 5 days of training camp, and you were saying these are special moments and experiences. How significant of an impact do you think that makes him not being here with the team these last 5 days?
Man, we had to just, you know, continue to go. You know, he was getting right. But, you know, Coach, Trace, the young guys on our team, everybody just rallied around, you know, our QBs. And, man, they worked and prepared and kept it flowing for us.
James, training camp is where you kind of start developing camaraderie. Every year is a new year. You got to start fresh, start with the huddle, the basics, all that. What would you say right now, early on in camp, the camaraderie and the feeling amongst this team is?
I feel like it's very strong. It's very strong, and it's only getting stronger. You know, today we got the red-white game, and it'll get a game feel, and so it'll be a different energy in there today, you know, with the feeling. And so just knowing that this is who we're going to battle with, you know, it's getting strong right now.
A tough wild card playoff loss. What's been the main focus this offseason for this team on what they want to improve on?
Finishing. You know, it's awesome to have a great record early in the season, but that's not the end goal, you know. So just finishing and know coming back, how do you respond? The very next day, the next game, got to win every day.
So you're like 5-6 weeks away here, James. Opening day, I'm going to be here. The Kansas City Chiefs are coming to town.
Yeah.
Like I can already see like something in your mind.
Yeah.
You're already thinking about it.
You know how it goes. It's just you got to have that vision.
Yep.
You know, I envision myself making big plays, getting ready for the game. You know, it's just this is what we dreamed of. This is what we want. Our place versus the Chiefs, great opponent. You know, I know they're going to have a whole bunch of fans here as well. So
It's going to get loud.
It's going to get loud. So they're going to get loud for us, though.
You know what's funny to me is that last year everybody was asking the Rams, are you guys going to be the host city for the Super Bowl? Why isn't anybody asking the Cardinals, are you guys going to be in your host city playing in the Super Bowl?
Man, I got that vision that we are. Obviously, everybody know, you know, Tampa did it, LA did it, and now it's our turn. And so that's the mindset we have to have. You know, that's our locker room down there. We want to be the ones getting ready in there, getting ready to come out and playing in that big game.
You heard it here. James Conner, Super Bowl run, Super Bowl push. Let's put it out there.
Let's do it. Let's
James,
do it.
thanks for joining us.
Thank you so much.
Have fun today.
Absolutely.
Thanks, James.
Our thanks to James Conner with the Cardinals there in Arizona. They go to Cincy for their first preseason game August 12th, and you can post up right here on NFL Network for every preseason game. We'll have 22 live games starting Thursday, August 11th, when the Giants go to take on the Patriots. Just go to NFL.com/network for the entire schedule. Meanwhile, out here